This is the board, the starting point of your planning tool. Today is marked with the grey background. You can move ahead a day by clicking the single arrow button. Or press the double arrows to move 3 days at a time. You can show and hide the comments with this checkbox. By clicking on the boat, you can see to which dive sites everyone on the boat has already been. You can also show the board for 7 days. To make the board fit your screen, you can use Ctrl- to zoom out. The board can be shown without the menu, for example if you want to replace your whiteboard with an electronic version. This view shows all registered divers. You can scroll around in it or use the filter to select the divers you want to work with. This is the diver's record. It contains their basic information, their preferences, and very importantly the dive equipment they use. It has their emergency contact information, the dives they have been on, the courses they have done with your shop, and the signed liability and medical history questionnaire. To simplify the selection of the divers in a group, you can connect them using a group name. When the Jones family booked their open water course, they paid a $300 deposit by PayPal. Now it's time to schedule their course. It starts with the first confined session. We should remember the tank boots, because we plan to do this confined in a swimming pool. From anywhere in the application, you can click the logo to go to the planning board. Now you can see the confined session on the board. Unfortunately, we had scheduled Taylor to take 2 divers on a fun dive. Let's quickly change that. The next confined session is scheduled for 2 p.m. You can drag the first session to the 2 p.m. slot and copy the dive. You'll see that the system has automatically changed the dive to confined 4 and 5. I just remembered, we haven't sold the open water course to our students yet. Open the dive and click on the Create Sales button. You'll see the system has created 3 individual records for your students. Time to schedule the open water part of the course. I forgot to enter the instructor. You can add them in different ways. Actually, this boat is quite full. Let's move this dive to the other boat. To add the last 2 open water dives, just drag them to the desired slot and copy the dive. Now the planning has been completed, the instructor can have a look at the plan to see what equipment needs to be collected. We jump forward and our students have finished their course. Time to add the dive site, dive time and depth to the dive record. Our students are ready to leave and are coming to pay their bill. Let's make a new invoice by clicking on the plus icon. Select the students and click on the Create Invoice button. On checkout, Callie wants to buy a t-shirt. No problem, just create an additional sale. Recreate the invoice and the t-shirt is now on the invoice. Once the invoice is completed, you can send the dive log to your students. We have grouped our divers together, scheduled a course, sold a t-shirt and created a deposit and an invoice in under 10 minutes.